Hello everybody and welcome to La Résistance. I'm Camp Christo, thank you very much for joining me. I know what you're saying, Christo, another Germany campaign. Yes, dear viewer, another Germany campaign. More specifically, the Peaceful Hitler campaign. So, what we're going to do in this campaign is play as Germany, and we're going to see how much of the world we can get fascist, and ideally in the Axis. We don't have to be in the Axis though, without declaring any wars. So, we set the custom game rules such that war goals are only gained by focuses, and if we turn historical focuses on, I think that means no one will declare on us for ages, basically. I think you can't get Greece peacefully, but we should be able to get a lot of Europe peacefully, and slowly turn the rest fascist using our wonderful network of spies, because of course, La Résistance, we have spies. So, historical focuses, regular difficulty, rock and roll. So, I don't know how well this will work. It may not work, but it'll be a nice kind of deep dive into the spy system, I think, which will be fun. We are going to go Rhineland, of course, because this is how you get a lot of free land. Do we want to do Rhineland first? Do industry first. Maybe you want to do Rhineland first, probably. Yeah, sure. Now, tech-wise, we are going to research fairly normally, because while we're not going to be fighting main offensive wars and things, we are going to be sending volunteers. So we will do mobile warfare doctrine, and we're going to have some super good tank volunteers, so that when we stage a coup somewhere, because of course we will be staging coups, which will be great. Sure. When we stage coups in places, we'll want to send a couple of our tanks over to make sure that our supported side dominates in that particular, war. So, what do we do about... I mean, Japan is obviously going to start a world war, but they'll probably lose to the Allies, right? So I think we just basically... I think we concern ourselves less with the East than we might. I've no idea if we're going to be able to turn the Soviet Union fascist, but we will try. Alright, decisions. We do want to try and push to control Dutch trade, because that will be helpful for our... what do you call them? Oh, we will have to cancel MIFO bills at some point, because of course we won't be going to go war. Perhaps we can use Czech gold to pay for them. We want to get... dominate Dutch trade, because that should force them to go cave to the Germans, at which point they become fascist, so that'll be good. To get the French to go fascist? I don't know, maybe... I don't know, I mean... Because we're on historical focuses, they will definitely go, form the Popular Front, and then, the normal, which is the normal tree, I guess this slot, yeah, down here, okay, and then, yeah, by time, go with Britain, okay, but, yeah, so we should be able to get Austria and Czechoslovakia, and we'll get Slovakia as a puppet, obviously. We should also be able to get Poland, right, because we go Anschluss. We go... Does this make them your puppet or your faction member? We might want to go befriend Czechoslovakia, actually. Can you do Czechoslovakia? Yeah, we should get... One of the following must be true. Either you own Western Slovakia or Slovakia exists and is in a faction with you. So you can't do this if you befriend Czechoslovakia. And we would like to do this, because if we do Danzig for Slovakia... and then befriend Poland, we can get Poland in our faction. And yeah, alliance with Italy. The problem is we don't necessarily want to ally with Italy. Because if we ally with Italy, Italy will start a world war and pull in all our allies. So maybe we don't ally with Italy. Maybe we try and... how do we get them in our faction in a way that doesn't make them... Well, maybe Italy goes toward the Allies, loses... becomes democratic, and then we make them fascist and pull them into our faction. That would be a pretty funny turn of events. We're also going to want to have really good planes, because, of course, the what's it called? Plane volunteers. We're gonna want to send plane volunteers. So I'm gonna get, yeah, just get that for now. It's fine. Civs wise, I will build infrastructure. It may not be the right play. I've just taken to building infrastructure lately. I just like it. I don't know. But not here and here, because we're going to get... will you get full stuff? Brandenburg, Hanover, Thuringen, and Franken. And really, we shouldn't necessarily build infrastructure before we get this. So maybe we get Rhineland, then this, then start building infrastructure. But then again, I don't know. We don't necessarily need to min-max this, because like our industry... Hessen was not one of the ones I just said, I believe. Or was it? I'm sorry. Brandenburg, Hanover, Thuringen, and Frankfurt. Or Franken, whatever. Yeah, so not here, or here, or here, or here, or here. We'll build a bunch of infrastructure. Fine. That's fine. And here. Jolly good. Okay, mill factories. So, yes, we'll design the divisions we want in a bit. For now, we want... Which either of these has the least manpower in it? Whoops. Which I think is going to be the tanks. No, it's these guys. Okay. We need to deploy lots of divisions so that we can send lots of volunteers. So that's what we're going to focus on to start with. And then our guys can just hang out in Berlin. Mill factory-wise, yeah, like I said, lots of planes, because the more planes you have, the more plane volunteers you can send. So I think we're going to want to have a reduction in infantry equipment. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe less support equipment. And we don't really want light panzers, do we? I think we probably want to rush towards... medium panzers. I think that would be beneficial. So let's scrap this for now. I really just want to use 16 rubber is the thing. So let's do that. And then all the rest can go on infantry equipment. Because we just want to bang out. Deployed manpower is all we need. Right, so we will import some from the Dutch. And we will cancel pointless import of tungsten from Sweden. I don't know why that's in the game still. It seems completely pointless. Alright, unports. Yeah, and the Navy... should see absolutely no service the whole campaign, given the you know, fact that we aren't going to fight any wars. So I think Hitler has discovered some kind of strange mystical power which prevents people from declaring war on us. So if someone does declare war on us, I may use the console to end the war so we can carry on being peaceful. Maybe we'll have to make some concessions to them or something, but we'll find some way to make it fun. But I don't really want to. I don't want to fight a war because we're forced to. So what we're going to do with these is let them train up to the minimum amount and then force deploy them. And because we prioritize deployment over reinforcement, we should be able to deploy lots of them without having very much equipment at all. So we'll be able to get lots and lots of divisions. So there is our spy network begun. We will immediately get localized training centers, so we can get another operative going. You guys can go here. So this is going to be the Vols, the Volunteers Army. And we're going to build some beautiful tanks that we're going to send all over the world and many, many different civil wars. Hopefully we can trigger a civil war in America, in France, in England, and generally just try and fight lots of civil wars. It's going to be great. I think this will work even better, this kind of play style in Kaiserreich. It kind of worked in Kaiserreich already. I am going to plow stuff into Dutch trade to start with, just so we can try and gain a lead. I don't know how the AI calculates their odds of winning that. Like if the Britain cares that we put stuff into it. We probably shouldn't actually put too much into it because they don't do that focus till 39. So maybe we should not bother. I don't know. Okay, these guys are all training up. So yes, the number of volunteers you can send is controlled by your number of divisions, which is silly, really. It should be controlled by your number of factories, because as it is, you can just do this, which is kind of silly. So there's localized training centers. Our first agent, now remember, we want to coup, we want to raise party popularity, and to an extent, diplomatic pressure could be useful as well. Infiltrator could be good. Steal blueprints, not really what we want. Just cipher. None of these are really what we want, to be honest. I mean, I don't really know what infiltrating is. I think that might just be going on any mission, but, I mean, that seems overpowered. Maybe that is what that is. Let's get Hannah for now. Hannah, codename Wolf. I like it. Okay, so who's the first person we want to try and sway to our cause? Well, Romania and Hungary and Austria and Czechoslovakia and Poland will all come to us naturally, and Bulgaria. And Yugoslavia, because we can annex them. So who do you want to sway to our cause first? Maybe Sweden? Or who starts a bit fascist? That would make it a bit easier for us. Belgium is a bit fascist. Yeah, let's try and get Belgium. So build a spy network in Belgium. And we'll see if we can get them to come to our side. So the process, the flow chart, as it were, for this, is we infiltrate the country. We gain a spy network. We infiltrate the civilian administration while simultaneously lowering their stability and raising our party popularity. And then we launch a coup, which may trigger civil war, or may just flip them to our ideology. I don't know. And then they should be on our side. And all will be good. We should maybe do France first, because they have such low stability. I don't know, it seems bold to go after France, but they do have such low stability. Go on, let's make the big play. Let's go after France. Send the wolf to France. Can't get war economy yet. We're getting there, though. I am going to get a silent workforce, because there's some kind of decisions that require political power that will be useful for us. Recruitment in Europe. Yes, so our next spy, I would like to be French, please. I think that's how that works, basically. It's just the next one you recruit, you have one available in that that nationality. We don't need these hippos. We don't really need any ships, but I will produce them just, you know, for reasons and all that. But also, the way that we're deploying these troops with very little equipment means we're going to be able to get to do Anschluss pretty quickly. We could do Anschluss and then release Austria. We could also try and coup Austria, actually, to get them early as like a practice coup. But I think I'd rather just get them by the focus, because you know we only have a limited number of days in the whole campaign that we can have our spies, you know, be active. So we need to make sure we're using our spies' time well and effectively to get the maximum fascism for our buck, as it were. Okay, keep deploying these guys. How many is that now we've got deployed? Must be approaching 500,000. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, we've got 5 army experience. Do we improve the Panzer division, or do we start working on the infantry? I think we improve the... Well, for now, I think our volunteer division is going to be the infantry, because we're not building any light tanks. So we will do that. And we will set these guys to selectively train, though you can't do that, apparently, when they're low on equipment. Fair enough. When they haven't filled up equipment to bring them down. There we go. We'll have them selectively train, and what this does, and I love this mechanic, it makes them train until they're trained, and then the individual units stop on like a case-by-case basis, which is so good. New thing, region-wide integration, don't need that. That means we've got level 10 infrastructure somewhere, I believe, which means it's time to start building civs. There goes Ethiopia. No concern of ours. Okay, new ideology thingamajob. Foreign subversive activities efficiency. Don't really need that. What would help? in Warsport wouldn't hurt, to be honest. And it would actually raise our stability as well, because it would get rid of the communism. So sure. Let's be having Goebbels, which means we can go to war economy next. We'll get concentrated. And sure, let's just grab radio early. Where's my... Oh, we didn't do another upgrade. That's my mistake. We will... Cryptology department doesn't really help when you're not going to war with someone. I mean, it lets you know more about someone, but doesn't seem that useful. Not going to really steal away blueprints. We do need some commandos. Because of our, you know, when we're doing coups and things, that's going to be a commando-esque grade. So we're going to do this, then autarky. We're going to align Hungary and Romania. So, because for every 2 people that join your faction that are not puppets, you get another spy slot, that is to say. So we definitely want to try and get them into our faction as soon as possible, so we can have more spies ready to go out into the world and spread our vile ideology at the point of a gun or a poisoned ring. So the spy network is building in France, and when you build our 3rd upgrade, we'll get a 2nd person, so we can start working on the ideology. Because they already have low stability, I think it's gonna work pretty well. Sure, I'll do ahead of time construction. And I guess I won't do war economy this way. I'll just do it via the focus. That's fine. 3 dockyards, eh? Make me a bunch of convoys. And I mean that's it really. Whoops, tab it out. We don't need a navy, as I have said. Captain of industry, why not? Keep rush deploying these cav as quick as we can, and get us barreling towards Anschluss. In fact, we can do it now. Good. Do we want to delay aligning Hungary and Romania to do Anschluss? I think we actually don't, which feels so wrong. I think we actually don't want to rush Anschluss. Like, there's no reason to. The reason we're doing that is this is not to rush Anschluss, although you know it's a nice side effect. It's so that when this happens, we can say, "Hey, nationalist Spain, we got 5 volunteers for you." Heck yeah. Okay. So, do we send the tanks? I think we don't send the tanks. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we just send some normal infantry dudes, because the tanks are not going to have any resupply. Although, how many tanks do you start with as Germany? 3? We could send 1 tank and delete the other 2. No, it's fine. We'll just send the infantry. It's going to be difficult fighting over here in Spain, because the... Wait, only 5? That seems low. No, it is limited by a number of divisions. Okay. What was I saying? Yes, it's going to be difficult fighting in Spain because there's this weather effect. When we arrive, you'll see it, called unplanned defensive, which is like a 90% attack penalty across the whole country until you do like a special thing in a certain state, which enables you to do a big offensive in that state. We will align first Romania, then Hungary, because Hungary starts more fascist than Romania. And then hopefully we'll be able to draw them in. Alright, our 5 guys have arrived. Now this is going to be a volunteer-heavy campaign. So ready yourself for that. Maybe we'll use Klug as our main guy. We won't have to use many generals in this campaign. So yeah, if you look at the effect here, unplanned offensive, 75% less speed, and 90% less attack, 50% less orc regain. So because of the fact that Nationalist Spain hasn't activated it in this region, we get that negative. When Nationalist Spain activates it, we do get it as well as them. We get the benefits of that being removed, that is to say. So that will be good. Let's see if we can take this port. You can see how incredibly slow these guys are moving. We're on speed 5 right now, and they're still barely moving. Okay, launch the offensive as soon as you arrive. And you two can come and help. But yeah, so as you can see... Well, actually, our attack is managing to stay pretty high. Oh, maybe they've not got it in this state? Oh, yeah, look here. It looks like they've activated the... I don't actually know what the decision is called. Like, planned offensive, I guess, in that state. So in this province, we're able to do some decent damage. But in other ones, the fights are likely to grind to a halt. It's probably to simulate the historical bit where this north bit fell quite rapidly to the fascists. Oh no, Wolf has been captured. We don't have any other operatives to save her. Oh no. In 270 days, she will crack to French torture. We better quickly build another upgrade so we can get another operative so we can send them to rescue her. Crap. That's no good. We're going to lose her spy network. So here we can see, yeah, terrible, terrible attack values. But they get the bad attack values as well. So there's radio. I mean, might as well invent these. We will be using field hospitals, despite not going to have a manpower problem, because we want to have highly experienced troops. But that is the end of part 1. In the next episode, we will try and rescue Wolf from the clutches of the evil French. And then, hopefully, trigger a civil war in France and win the civil war in Spain. But until then, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.